Right then, lads, welcome back to 99 Sports. And somehow Newcastle have dropped a big, huge bomb to the Premier League. It's gonna be very interesting to see the last 18, the last 18 games of Newcastle in the Premier League, especially with the kind of brand of players, the breed of players they're employing. The manager they brought in, I've already said I really have much expectations in Eddie Howe, but the kind of signings they've tried to do, and not only that, the kind of signings they have made, ladies and gentlemen, they have signed Bruno Guimarez. For me, a very complete midfielder, a very complete midfielder, one that you really cannot take your eyes off, one that you really have to believe is one of the best midfielders now in that kind of midfield role. He's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. So we're gonna be diving into Bruno Guimarez. I know many Arsenal fans, will be like, "Wow, such a hypocrite! Should be doing this video for Arsenal." Yeah, but there's nothing we can do. It's 99 Sport. We do dive into other teams, and the basic, the basic part of it is we talk about the deals that have happened and the deals that will happen. Newcastle United, by the time you watch this video, will have maybe announced the signing of Bruno Guimarez, 24-year-old Brazilian midfielder from Lyon Olympic. Interesting, very interesting. And I think there's so many questions that many people will ask about this deal. Why did he sign for a relegation club that is really threatened with relegation? Why Newcastle? Why Bruno Guimarez? I think you will look at that, but also there's so many other questions to answer here when it comes to this kind of move and why big clubs didn't go for him. Because it ends up that the rumors that was said that was spread about the player's move by Fabrizio Romano, that it will only be 45 million euros, they were not true. They were absolutely not true. They're signing him for around 33 million euros. So a cut price, is it a bargain? Is it really a bargain? In my opinion, it really is. Smash a like on the video, do subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you think about Bruno Guimarez to the Premier League, first and foremost, and to Newcastle, second and foremost. This is where I will need Newcastle fans probably to get down in the comment section and tell me what exactly this one means for them. And maybe Arsenal fans as well. How do you feel that Newcastle, a relegation-threatened club, a club that has not played at a top level for me for the last couple of years, has actually taken Bruno Guimarez? He has won the transfer race, just like Aston Villa won the Emi Buendia transfer race. They've done it again. Arsenal have done it again. I think that is what that's the reaction from Arsenal fans, and that is when I saw this story, that was my initial reaction, because I'm a very big Arsenal fan. Everybody knows that. At least that speaks volumes, doesn't it? So let's try to dive into my opinion first and foremost about Bruno Guimarez before we get into the statistics and why he's a very good signing for Newcastle. I think, honestly, with Brazilian players, and I do respect whoever comes from Brazil and South America, but there is this kind of perspective that with players from South America, they always follow the money. They always go where the money is. We've seen them. We've seen Oscar at his prime going from Chelsea to China. I mean, it was his prime. He was playing at the top club in the Premier League, and of course we know how much it means for a player to be playing at a top club in the Premier League. But then he just made that kind of switch, to China. The likes of Alex Teixeira, they've done those kind of moves, and everybody was like, "Wow, wow." We thought this is where he moves to the Premier League. We thought this is where he moves to that, to those big clubs, Bayern, United, and also, but they always follow the money. there's so many chances that they follow the money. So with Newcastle having the money, you just expect that Bruno Guimarez would actually fall for the deal. I mean, there was a lot of there's a lot of uncertainty, especially reported by Fabrizio Romano, that they were not sure if the player was actually going to sign for Newcastle, because there was a couple of interest from Arsenal, Juve, Barcelona, but he ended up at Newcastle. It's the money for me. It's the money. Otherwise, I don't see any other reason. Yes, I was watching James Harcourt and was saying that Newcastle are a massive club with a massive fan base. I don't believe in that bullshit. I don't believe in that. It's, for me, whether he's seen a project at Newcastle, whether they've been able to sell to him, the project that is going to be built at Newcastle, maybe that could be a factor, but it's the money. It's, for me, lads, it is the money. So away from that, what will Newcastle get? I think they've got a very, very massive signing. One of those players that you think they've been really trying to get, very, very good players in the likes of, Steven Botman, in the likes of Diego Carlos, and it shows you they're trying to build a squad. They're trying to put together 1 and 1, 2 and 2, at least to make 3, or at least to make 5 or 6. It's not going to be that easy for Newcastle, especially given the point that they're in that very difficult situation. They are battling relegation at the moment, so not so many top class signings will want to join them. But they've got to do enough. They've got to do a lot in terms of convincing players to join their project. I think they've really, really done it well, and I'm very, very impressed with them, with what they've done in this January transfer window, bringing in Chris Wood. Honestly, with Chris Wood, moving from Burnley to Newcastle, I think it was a no-brainer for me. I think, it's one of those where, he felt like going from Burnley to Newcastle. Both clubs are relegation threatened, so maybe it might hurt a little, but not hurt too much. But if you look at the other signings that they have really, really done, the likes of Trippier and now Bruno Guimarez, they have also been looking at Ban Leno. You've got to feel like they're really, really doing very, very good business. Lingard would be another good one for them. But with Bruno Guimarez, he's one of those signings that I believe are going to be core. They're going to be really, really at the heart of the project, with or without Eddie Howe. He's gonna be, he's gonna stay there. He's gonna be one of those players that really form the new Newcastle. I mean, how can I say that? The new Newcastle, right? I hope I hope it makes sense. So, and I think that is why Newcastle have really, really done a very, very good signing. But away from that, even, lads, think about it. Bruno Guimarez moving to Newcastle. That is, in terms of their midfield, that is not a jump. That is a transformation. It's not an upgrade. It is a transformation, because again, you feel like the players that have been playing there at Newcastle level, they're not even mid-table level. They're at that level where you feel like, as long as we survive relegation, it is okay. Joe Willock and Jonji Shelvey. Shelvey can still play in that pivot. If they decide to play a 4-1-4-1, he can still play in that pivot. But Bruno Guimarez, what a signing, because he's going to be playing now alongside Joe Linton, right? So Bruno Guimarez as that kind of box to box, and then Joe Linton as that kind of target man, kind of number 10. And I think he really, really need to do more, because if he doesn't, we've seen Newcastle really trying to get players like Jesse Lingard who can actually give them better in terms of numbers, and also getting into that penalty area a little bit more. But with Bruno Guimarez, lads, plays as that box to box, links up play, picks up the ball from deeper areas, and then takes it up front. Yes, he doesn't really score goals as much as that. He doesn't do that. But in terms of passing, in terms of holding, in terms of controlling games, that Newcastle are lacking. The aspect that, for me, Newcastle need to improve on. You can't sit back all the time and then expect something to happen from your outlets, either Chris Wood or Alan Saint-Maxima or Joe Linton. You've got to get up, sit up from the slumber, and then you start controlling games. You've got to be that kind of team that really, really provides another kind of dimension to games. And I think that is what Bruno Guimarez will be giving them. He'll be allowing them to control games. He'll be allowing them to, just have the ball. At least have the ball, harass it as they develop that kind of, confidence, as a squad. More quality now. They might not have that, so much quality on the pitch, but then they have those, patches of thick quality. Bruno Guimarez in the midfield, I think, is really, really good quality. Alain Saint-Maximin, we all know what he really, really means to them. And this season has been very, very decisive, especially when it comes to adding numbers in terms of goals and assists, to their game. Kieran Trippier, a left back. So it's a squad that really lacks. It is lacking so much, but it is one that has done a lot in terms of cleaning themselves. They've really, really done a lot. So they are players that are really willing and unafraid to be on the ball. Bruno Guimarez is not afraid of of being on the ball. We're gonna look at that. Kieran Trippier, of course, we know he's a really massive signing for them, and he's one of those really, really big ballers. In the Premier League now, especially in terms of fullbacks. Alain Saint-Maximin, if you've not watched him, please get a day, watch Newcastle play. That lad, shot number 10, he's absolutely really, really ridiculous for them. So Bruno Guimarez, lads, honestly, Newcastle down there, they've got a very, very huge signing. But let's look at some of his statistics then and see what exactly is Newcastle getting and what will he be providing with them. I think number one, we've talked about pass completion. As a midfielder, he's the kind of player that he doesn't play as a DM. He doesn't play as an attacking midfielder. His role is that kind of hybrid between DM and CM. He really, he's very, very hard when it comes to tackles. Look, at least per 90, he has 1.6 interceptions, and then he has 1.36 blocks per 90. For a midfielder that isn't playing dominantly or predominantly as a DM, yes he can, but he doesn't, that is not what he does. He really plays in that role where you ask him to carry the ball, but then he drops back to help the back line, and also he's 6. But the strongest attributes of his game, passes, you're gonna see a lot, and I think with more passes, with those kind of 76 passes, 68 passes, you're able to control the game. I think he can do that. Pressures per night, Jesus Christ, 89%. That is mad. That is absolutely mad. And I think this is where Newcastle are going to be bragging. Because look at this green. Look at those green bars as they follow each other. 87% pass completion, 76 passes attempted, 23 pressures per 90, progressive carries 8.13, progressive passes 7.49, and tackles per 90 3.57. Ridiculous. Jesus Christ. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I think with Newcastle, they will not really care whether he really scores many goals for them or he doesn't. What they will really care about is that kind of extra quality, that kind of extra layer of we have a good player that he will actually be bringing to the side. My opinion about him is this is a really ambitious move. This is a really, really ambitious move from him, because however much I feel, I just feel like he's been really ready for a bigger challenge. That is what I want to say, and you can see I'm really struggling with words, because that is what I want to put out. He's been ready for another challenge, and don't ask me why he's made this move. It might not be because of the money, but that is my anticipation. But he could play for Liverpool. He could play for Arsenal. He could play for Juve. He could play for Barcelona. He could play anywhere he wants. Why has he gone? Why the hell is it Newcastle? Newcastle fans will be absolutely smashing it through the roof. They will really not care. They'll be absolutely happy, and I think they really deserve it. It's a difficult window, but the amount of business they've done and the quality of that business is really something to talk about. So lads, smash a like on the video, to subscribe to the channel. Why not? I'll speak to you right very, very soon. 99 Sport is the channel you're watching, and of course for more Arsenal shows, catch me on Cossy's Arsenal podcast. Big shows coming on there. I mean, I was a little bit disappointed by that club, but can I drop it? Yeah, well, I really can't. I can't. Yeah, I can't. So I'll speak to you right in the next one, lads. Smash that like button, and share your thoughts about Bruno Guimarez missing out on living out, not missing out, but living out all those big moves and deciding to move to Newcastle. What do you think? Is it sensible for you? I don't know. I mean, let me know in the comment section. I'll speak to you right in the next one.